Today, I am going to talk about sexual and asexual reproduction and compare the differences between them. First of all, we need to know what reproduction is. Reproduction is one of the characteristics of living organisms. It is the process by which living organisms produce new individuals, or we call them offsprings. There are two types of reproduction: sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. In sexual reproduction, it involves the fusion of two gametes, one from a male and the other from a female. In humans, the male gamete is the sperm cell and the female gamete is the egg cell. Each gamete contains half the genetic information, or only one set of chromosomes. This is known as haploid. Humans' gametes have 23 chromosomes, which are haploid. Gametes are produced by a kind of cell division called meiosis. During meiosis, the chromosome number reduced by half and can create genetic variation. When fertilization occurs, the nuclei of the two gametes fuse to form a zygote, which is diploid and contains a full set of chromosomes. Sexual reproduction can create genetic variation because of meiosis and the random combinations of alleles from two parents. This variation increases the chance that some offspring can survive better if the environment changes. As a result, sexually reproducing species are better able to adapt and evolve through natural selection. In contrast, asexual reproduction involves only one parent, and there is no fusion of gametes. The offspring are genetically identical to the parents and to each other. These offspring are called clones. Asexual reproduction occurs through mitosis, another kind of cell division, which produce genetically identical cells. Examples of asexual reproduction include binary fission in bacteria, budding in yeast, and vegetative reproduction in plants, such as runners in strawberries. The advantage of asexual reproduction is that it is fast and energy efficient. Organisms do not need to find a mate, and large numbers of offspring can be produced quickly. This is especially useful in stable environments where conditions do not change. However, the disadvantage is the lack of genetic variation. If the environment changes or disease appears, all individuals may be affected in the same way, which can increase the risk of extinction. In comparison, sexual reproduction is slower and requires more energy, but it produces variation, which is essential for evolution and survival in changing environments. In conclusion, sexual reproduction produces genetically different offspring through meiosis and fertilization, while asexual reproduction produces clones through mitosis. Both types of reproduction have advantages and disadvantages, and their success depends on environmental conditions. That's the end of today's video. Thanks for watching.